But yeah, I think that the furniture, the things that we use is very important to our productivity. And,
well, yeah, I mean,
and
if you're
kind of
sitting
keeping pushing forward.
if you're sitting in a kitchen chair, you're definitely, I mean, which you could, when you start out, sometimes that's kind of what, actually, I don't even have a desk chair.
No, yours is a lawn chair.
It's a lawn chair.
Yeah.
But how often do I sit in it?
Sure.
I mean, really, I move it out of the way. But that's the thing, because the comfort to the aesthetic to the productivity, it actually kind of all goes hand in hand.
There's a trifecta of it.
There probably is.
But I don't think that you can always evenly
you
divide it up and be like, it's perfect like this.
Nothing's ever perfect, never going to be.
Right. But touching on that, when you talk about aesthetic, I mean, I think, and this goes more into like the mindset side of how you feel in your environment, but personalizing your space is...
This is like one of my favorite things.
I would say that personalizing your space is going to be more tailored to somebody that spends a whole bunch of time in that space.
Right.
Like for instance, like you mentioned, I recently bought a new shelf for my stuff because I've been using something that just a plastic, it's really a garage. It's for garage storage shelving.
Because it worked at the time, but then as you, I think, evolve in your business and your position of
I honestly
your
got
work,
it for content because having
it
that
better,
eyesore behind me was just well,
that's
was
what I was going to
really
say.
bad.
That's where my touch was going to be. I mean, I just don't use my home office space as much as like I probably should, because most of the time I'm doing anything jewelry related, I'm either on my phone or I'm in other places.
You have the ability to move around.
But you see, like at work, I have two spaces. I have an office that I share with my partner, and we have a classroom.
Yeah.
So my office, because it's just the two of us, literally has just whatever it came with: 2 desks, a chair, and a shelf. But then if you go in my classroom, it's like super me, because I spend so much time there. And also because of what I'm doing in that space and inspiring and teaching, and it's definitely like it is. It's like
got to fit your personality. It's got
to fit my feelings to be able to inspire what's going on in the space.
Yeah.
So I agree. Personalizing it is, I don't know, like it's the feeling, that you get when you're in the space.
And it doesn't have to be expensive. Like it can be as simple as like a lamp. Like 100%. It can be whatever.
Sometime in the beginning, before or when I wasn't working or something like that, I would always buy like really cute dollar store picture frames, and then I would print quotes that I would make, and I would frame around the house. And I would print them, because if you think about it, it's a cheap but super cute option, and nobody knows that you didn't get it from Hobby Lobby, and it doesn't matter. But if it makes you feel good that it looks like that, then it's inspiring if you feel inspired, and that's all that matters. If it's your space,
and it's a healthy thing,
right?
To say, "Oh, I feel this makes me feel good," like
because you want to feel good in your space.
It's not like drugs, where it's like, "Oh, these drugs make me feel good," but
no, but you want to feel good in your space, because it's just like if you're going to a job that you hate all the time, and you hate the space, and you hate the people, like you're definitely not going to be productive. Like just not.
Yep. And I think those little, like, it's even those not being aware of those small subtleties is what keeps people like
it's the little things
that anxiety
that
wheel or whatever, and they're just like, I don't know what it is, but something's not right.
You're like, nothing's right. It's all those little things that aren't right build up to nothing's right.
Nothing is right, and I think nothing being right is a great way to end this episode,
because everything's right in this episode.
Everything was right with this episode, and I think